Hey everyone, it's me KK. Today's video is very special because it's a request from a friend I recently made. She asked me to talk about long distance relationship and how to get over arguing. If you're in a long distance relationship and you're currently watching this video, then I was in your position just a couple of months ago. I would spend hours on YouTube watching other people, and I just wanted to see how they got through the distance. And now that I'm on the other end of the stick, I can finally offer some advice to help you get through the distance. I know a lot of people are opposed to it because they feel like they don't need counseling or they're just not comfortable talking to a complete stranger. But counseling is actually quite useful for some individuals. They have quite a few online counseling that you can do. Some of them you can Skype them so you can see them face to face. Others you can exchange emails with them. Other online counseling sites have tutorials that you can do with your boyfriend and girlfriend. You guys could share a profile, log into it together, and read through the articles or whatever you like. Some websites that I heard were useful were Power of Two, Marriage Counseling, and Talkspace. If you find that this is something that might be useful for you and your boyfriend or your girlfriend, then you guys should definitely check that out. I guess it's finally time for me to talk about what we do to get over arguments. My boyfriend is one of the most patient individuals I've ever met. And me, on the other hand, I am super stubborn. I just want to pretty much leave and get out of the room and just forget that anything ever happened. But my boyfriend, he's the type that will sit there and actually want to talk about it. So I think the first thing that helped us is the fact that my boyfriend was like that and he forced me to communicate and actually talk about my feelings. I'm going to say that step one is communication. Sometimes it's not always easy to talk to each other when you're in the heat of the moment, but you do need to communicate. So don't just leave and never talk about the issue. Every individual has their own level of anger. It starts off down here, and when you get in an argument, it just gets higher and higher and higher until what Power of Two would consider the anger ceiling. Once you've reached that anger ceiling, it's very important to communicate with one another. When you guys are in a good mood, sit down and come up with some code words that you guys can use when you are arguing. That way, you can use that code word when you guys are in the heat of the moment, and the other person doesn't feel like you're just trying to leave the argument because you don't love them or care about them anymore. Step two, give each other space. The amount of time you need to cool off depends on each couple. Some couples will take 5 minutes, others will take an hour, and sometimes even a day. But that's something that you should talk about and figure out that once you do use that code word, how much space are you going to give each other to just cool off? Step three is the hardest but most important thing that you need to do. It's basically closing up that space that you guys formed. It's closing up that space, coming back together, and actually talking about why you guys were arguing. One last thing that I wanted to mention is something that might not be the easiest thing to do for each couple, but one thing that has helped me with my long distance relationship is making sure that I never went to bed angry. So if we did get into an argument late at night, making sure I either resolved it with my boyfriend or did something that gave me a peace of mind. Maybe indulge in an activity that you just absolutely love. It could be crafting, it could be drawing, it could be watching YouTube videos. Either way, just make sure you never go to bed angry. Before I close out, I just want to say thank you so much for watching my video. If you have any suggestions of how to get over an argument when you're in a long distance relationship, feel free to drop them in the comments below. Also, if you want to know a little bit more about the online counseling websites that I gave you, feel free to message me on either Facebook or Instagram. I would be happy to tell you a little bit more from either my experience or from what I've heard from my friends. Thumbs up if you liked my video. Feel free to subscribe if you'd like to see more videos in the future. And definitely follow me on my other social media sites. Thank you for watching. See you guys next time.